Welcome to another episode of AKR ME Fitness, your favorite YouTube fitness channel. In this episode, you have myself, Sierra, Bree, and Emmett, and we're doing wide grip, seated rows. We did 3 sets of 20 reps of this exercise apiece. And this exercise is going to be targeting your back. When you show up, even when you're not at the top of your game, not only is that consistency, that's actually discipline. And the thing about it is, I actually love to get it in when I'm not at the top of my game, because when you are at the top of your game, that's only going to boost your levels that much higher, because you're able to perform even when you're not at your best. And if you're in a position like when Kobe performed, when he had the flu and he still outplayed everybody, it's things like that. That's what allows you to do things like that when you perform at such a high level, whether you're feeling good or not. If you don't believe you're worthy of winning, then you'll always find a way to self-sabotage yourself to make it so that you don't win. That's why you have to have the belief that you are worthy of being victorious at whatever it is that you're doing. And I can be a first-hand witness of this, because due to my anger, I guess I didn't feel like I was worthy of winning. So I used to always self-sabotage myself. Whenever I was on the verge of success, my temper would flare and I'd ruin everything. But I've gotten better, and now I believe that this is what I'm supposed to be doing. So I'm going to achieve what it is that I've set out to achieve. I don't even allow the people training with me to speak in terms of I can't. You can ask the individuals that used to train with me, one of them in particular, how frustrated I would get when she would say she can't do this, she can't do that. You don't even know what you can do. You haven't tried. You haven't even given an attempt, put forth any effort. So before you start saying you can't, give it a try. And then even if you aren't able at the moment, that's what you say. At the moment, I can't do it. Don't say you can't, because eventually you will. It's all about how you perceive things. Because if your obstacles are someone else's motivation, then your obstacles can also be your motivation. You just have to look at it as such. So you can take the things that you're facing and view them as something that is put there for you to overcome, something that is put there for you to gain strength while you overcome. Then it becomes motivation as opposed to an obstacle. It's only an obstacle if you look at it as something that can stop you or hinder you. As long as you don't feel like it's going to stop you, then it's a motivating factor as opposed to an obstacle. Complaining is going to help you reach your goal, because complaining requires energy and it requires brain power. So that same energy and that same brain power that you're using to complain, you could be using to figure out a way to get through whatever it is you're doing. You could be using it to find ways to motivate yourself instead of finding ways to gripe about what it is that you're doing. Don't allow complaining to hinder you. Find more productive things to do with your brain power and win. If you've done the same thing 1,000 times and it's easy to you, how are you going to learn from that? Because you already know how your body's going to perform when you're faced with that task. But when you push yourself to another level, you don't know how your body's going to respond, and how your mind is going to respond. And once you do something harder, now you're figuring out, okay, what it takes to push myself hard enough to be able to accomplish this task. But if you've already accomplished the task over and over and over, it's not teaching you anything, because you know, okay, my body is going to do this when I do this, but when you reach a new level and you do something, now you're discovering new things about your body and new things that you can do and new things about your mind, how your mind handles these new events that you're placing upon yourself. Most people in this world are lacking patience. That's why, you can tell when the first thing they ask is, how long is it going to take for me to do this and do that? Man, I can't tell you how long it's going to take. The question is, how long are you willing to put in? Because, with each individual person, it's going to take a different amount of time. And I can't say for sure, I can't give you a guarantee on how long it's going to take you to develop your body. But, you should be willing, if that's why they call it a lifestyle change. If you really want it, you have to dedicate, pretty much your life to it, or a good portion of your life. It's not going to happen overnight. It didn't happen overnight for me. Like I said, I've been doing this on and off since the 8th grade. I just got serious about it a few years back to the point that I felt like, okay, this is something I can make a career out of. But to think you're going to get it overnight is not going to happen. So gain some patience and develop a sense of delayed gratification, and you will get the results, but you have to be patient. You think success and results are going to be like, oh, it was cold that day, so I'll excuse him or her from not coming to the gym because it was cold, so I'll just go ahead and give them the results anyway, even though they didn't come. Or they're tired today, so I'll accept them giving half effort today, and I'll still give them results of putting forth 100% effort because they were tired. Success and results do not work like that. They do not care if you're tired. They don't care if you're cold. They don't care about any of that. They just care about if you show up and you put in the work. So if you're trying to get results, you're trying to get success, show up and put in the work. As always, I want to thank you for watching another episode of AKRME Fitness, where we create a climate conducive for our clients to gain confidence and change the world one workout at a time. With that being said, me and the squad are out of here, but we'll be back soon with more exercises. See you then.